What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and today we are going to be doing a brief overview of the brand new Warbond in Helldivers 2, the Python Commandos. Not to be confused with the Viper Commandos, but this is the newer one that essentially everyone's been talking about because it has the minigun, or let me call it the maxi gun. Let me see here. Yeah, the maxi gun. Essentially a support backpack weapon that is a minigun. Now, kind of disappointing here because it only has medium armor penetration. I guess it could be worse if it was just light armor, but definitely wanted that to be a heavy armor penetrating weapon. But to each his own. I think it'd be really good still to try out and see. I have not unlocked, as you can see. I've only locked to the second page, but we're working on it, of course. Now, we also have different things such as this emote here, which is pretty cool. We have the push-up emote. Then, of course, we have the chainsaw, the defoliation tool. This is going to be a support weapon, not like a melee weapon like the other swords and axe and whatnot. So something to think about. You are going to have to trade off your support weapon for this. It looks pretty cool. I have yet to try it, but in practice it seems pretty cool and pretty fun moments to have with it. The armor set passive is kind of, maybe it's good, especially pair it with the melee is the defoliation tool, but it gives you, it's called rock solid. It gives you increased melee damage by 100%. Bear is more resistant, being knocked prone as well. But overall, it's not the best. I'm sure there's worse ones though as well. Actually, I was really impressed with the capes as well. The capes and the helmets look really cool. The first page here we have the one with the headband, which is pretty awesome, and then this is the light armor version of the rock solid. There's also a medium armor that's in the shop. I'll show you guys here in a second. Looking at the support stratagem here, that being the backpack stratagem here, so we have the guard dog hot dog, very similar to the guard dogs you guys are used to. Essentially looks like it has a torture attached to it instead of like the other assault rifle, or even like the gas rover. So overall pretty good. I tried it briefly and it was pretty solid. It did a pretty good job of crowd control and pretty good overall use there, so not bad. And then of course we have the assault rifle, the AR-GL-2112. I tested this pretty briefly as well. It's light armor penetration, which is kind of disappointing, but you also get the ability to switch over to explosive rounds. So kind of same ideas where you're switching over like your fire rate and the different types of like speed. It doesn't have the speed aspect to it, but you can switch over to like burst, full auto, and also semi. And of course that's where you can do the flip over to the explosive rounds. And for my testing, I can see as long as you don't have the passive that gives you extra ammo, essentially it's going to give you 6 rounds of the normal bullets, and then I believe it was 3 explosive rounds for your grenades. The grenades overall are pretty decent as well, and it's in my testing with like doing crowd control and whatnot, it did fairly well, so pretty useful there. With I tested the bugs when I tested it, so it was pretty good there. It does fairly well too against the somewhat heavier enemies. I tried it on a spewer, and I think I tried it on a charger. It took the spewer out pretty easily. The charger, I think it needed a little bit more besides the one, so overall pretty solid. I did want to go over some more statistics here. Also we have the shotgun as well. Let's go over that real quick. So let's go to the shop here. In the superstore we have this page as well for the Python Commandos armor set as well. This is the medium armor for the armor passive rock solid that comes with the set. And then here we have the shotgun, Double Freedom. It has pretty high damage at 840. It only has a capacity of 2, so it is a double barrel shotgun. Recoil is pretty decent, so you can shoot it pretty far as well. Fire rate is, it's a shotgun, so what do you expect, right? It is round reloaded, so you can shoot one at a time, or you can shoot the 2 back and forth. Now, in my brief testing of this gun, it's very similar to a shotgun that you can pick up as like on the floor in your levels. The one, because this one also has 40 as well as a capacity overall, so it is pretty similar in that shotgun you can pick up on the floor just in general play. So let's go back to the armory here to take a look at some statistics. And then that shotgun is medium armor penetrating, so meaning again not too bad. Also could be, you know, a little better as well, but we'll take what we can get. And then there is a few different attachments you can get with this. It does have under barrel attachments, so you can make it, you know, have a laser sight with flashlight, the foregrips and whatnot, whatever you prefer there. And then looking at it, looks like it doesn't change a whole lot though. One thing I wanted to say too about shotgun is that it at least in my testing, the audio was a bit unsynced for me, meaning that you would shoot and there's like a delay until you hear the actual like shot. I don't know if that's just me or if that's something, a bug that's going on in the game right now, but something to look out for if you guys try this gun out. Of course, we have the patterns as well if you want to get your patterns up to Venus and other ones as well in between. Now I wanted to go look over the assault rifle here just to go over those with you guys and see what you guys think about that. So there it is, the AR/GL-2112. So this one we have the optics we can switch. Now this optic, it comes with a scope. It's actually pretty cool. It's can't really see it here, but essentially it's a scope that has the red T almost, if you will, and it's pretty useful. It's pretty useful, especially if you're using it at range for like burst or semi. You probably want to turn it off though if you're using it for auto and, you know, close range. And of course you can get like the other sights as well. You can get an iron sight, you can get the, you know, other scope as well as your normal sights, reflex, holographic, whatnot here. And then there is no underbarrel, of course, because we have the grenade launcher attached, but you can do a different muzzle. You can do the flash hider, muzzle brake, and compensator. And as you can see here, the recoil sim, you can make that a little bit more tighter of a spread to where you don't have to have any issues with recoil and accuracy. So yeah, pretty cool overall there. And then let's go take a look at the stratagems here real quick. So for the stratagems, of course, we got the maxi gun. Call-in time is pretty standard as far as these guys go, and cooldown time. So you're gonna want to, you know, hold on to it, and you'll have one later on if you lose it. If not, you know, call on for someone else. The chainsaw here is the same idea. I think it's the same, right? Yeah, same 513. So yeah, only thing I kind of don't like, and I kind of get though, because it's being a little more overpowered, is the fact that you gotta choose between like your support weapon, right? You can't take this as a melee or secondary and still have like your, you know, machine gun or your, you know, your recoilless or your autocannon. So you gotta choose between those. But kind of get it, but you know, still wish you can kind of have as your melee weapon, right? Of course, you talked about the guard dog a bit. It's essentially a guard dog with the torture attached to it, so I think it's going to be useful pretty much against the bugs and the illuminate. We'll have to test it against the Autobots to see, the automatons, Autobots, the automatons, to see how it ranges against them. But overall, I think this Warbond as a whole is pretty solid. I do want to get my hands on that maxi gun just to kind of see what, if it's going to be what we want it to be. I know it's not heavy armor penetration, but I think even with the medium armor penetration, it's something that's going to be useful. If you guys haven't watched any of my videos in the past, I do tend to lean towards the medium machine gun nowadays. Before it was a stalwart just because of its speed and its ease of use. But with the medium machine gun, you can pretty much take out most, if not, you know, all the main, I would say the main enemies that you would need to in a pinch. Meaning, like, you obviously can't take out like a Bile Titan or, you know, the bigger, you know, certain things, right? You can, of course, aim at certain areas of these enemies to do damage still, but at the end of the day, you're gonna probably want to use a airstrike or some kind of like, you know, like an expendable, or, you know, it's that kind of like weapon anyway for those kind of enemies. So I think it's still gonna be a great machine gun. It looks cool, the idea is cool, so I'm excited to try that. We'll hopefully have some more gameplay, like I said, out here in the next few days as we work to get that unlocked, so you can kind of get our opinion and our take on it. But thank you so much for watching. Be sure again to share and like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and then be sure to check out our shirt lineup. We'll have a link down below to all the merchandise we have for our shirts. You can't find anywhere else. It's stuff that I've designed on my own. And then yeah, let us know what you guys think in the comments down below. If you guys are excited for the new Warbond, what are you guys most excited for? Are you guys a fan of the armor passive, or you hate it? And then let me know if you guys have unlocked the maxi gun yet, what you guys think about it. Until next time, thank you so much, Helldivers. Peace.